Towards the game, comic book collector and festival.
Stay warm and read your comic book inside the house. We are getting pounded with snow. Welcome to the top 10 high CGC comic book sold on eBay for the week of January 18th to 24th. Comic number 10, we have New York Wolf Fair, grade CGC 4.5. This one came in 1939. First public appearance of Sandman. And this one has the sold price of $7,424.95. So let's go over to Heritage. With Heritage, we have 4.5 right here. And this one sold as high as $6,600. So that's an increase of $825. This was back in January 2025, 1 year ago. And then let's bring one over right here. We have now 4.5 right here. And then this one sold for $6,300 back in October 2024. I'm not quite sure how Superman got in between the search there. Coming number 9, Uncanny X-Men issue 1, created CGC 4.0. This one came in 1963. Obviously, it's the first appearance of the X-Men team and the field of Magneto. One person bid on it and got it for $8,000. So let's go over to Go Collect. Go Collect right here. We have 4.0 right here. And then this book sold as high as $24,000. So that's a decrease of $16,000. According to Go Collect, fair market value should be some thousand. The high, the one you lump down 500, the low 5,795. And then this was the one that just sold on eBay right here. So it's a 9-day high and 30-day high. Let's go over here. Okay, so there is one for $24,000. Let me see if I can find it right here. Watching it won't show up though. There's one, this clicking that's $22,000 though, back in June 2021. But even though it's $24,000 right here. Coming number 8, Amazing Spider-Man issue 1, grade CZ 4.5, Silver Age Square. This is a UK price variant. Okay, so let's take a look at this right here. So UK price variant right here on the label. Let's go over the Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 4.5 right here. UK price variant. And then this one sold as high as $5,520. So that's an increase of $3,475. And this book just sold last month, December 2025. So let's go right here. We have another 4.5 right here. And then the last, this one sold for $3,704.50 back in May of 2014. Coming number 7, we have 1945 Tommy Captain American Comics, issue 46, CC 2.5, off-white to white, classic Holocaust cover. Final auction price was $9,000 with 62 bids. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 2.5 right here. And then this book sold as high as $19,200. So that's a decrease of $10,200. And this was back in June of 2024. And then we have one, a 2.5 right here. And this one sold for $6,900 back in August of 2019 there. So you can tell from, based on this, August 2019 and June, so 5-year gap, and the book went up almost $12,000. Now it dropped back $10,000. Coming number 6, Free Friends comic book issue 1, season 10, grade 10, Pop 3 Holy Grail. I have never heard of this book though. This one have an asking price of $25,000, but that's sold for $10,000. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this book here. That is right here. This is a homage cover to X-Men number 1. This right here. This one came out in 2024. Cover homage cover and definitely Gem 10 white pages. Yeah. What do you think of this book here? We spent $10,000 for a book that just came out in 2024. Comic number 5, Journey into Mystery, issue 83. This one produced by Marvel Comics in 1962. Grade CZ 5.5. Origin first appeared on the 4. The acting and soul pipe was $10,499. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have 5.5 right here. And this book sold as high as $23,580. So that is a decrease of $13,081. This is back in October 2021. And then let's swing one over right here. One sold for $16,800 back in October 2022. And then let's do one more. One sold for $13,209.60 back in May 2024 here. Comic number 4, Amazing Fantasy 15, grade CZ 1.8. This is a restored copy right here. You can tell it's a purple label right there. Final auction price was $10,500 with 57 bids. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 1.8 restored copy. And then this one sold as high as $10,800. So that's a decrease of $300. This is back in May 2019. And if you're curious to see what was on the right, this is a purple and a yellow label right here. And then this one sold for $9,760 just this month, January 2026. Comic number 3, Tales of Suspense, issue 39. First appearance on Iron Man, CZ 5.5. This one came in 1963. Final sold price was $14,053. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have 5.5 right here. And then this book sold as high as $22,800. So that's a drop of $8,747. This is back in April 2022. And then we'll swing one over right here. We one sold for $16,260 back in August 2022. And then we have, let's see one more. One sold for $15,000 back in October 2022. Comic number 2, Amazing Fantasy 15, grade CZ 0.5. This one came in 1962. This is signed by Stanley. He's no longer living anymore, so his signature will definitely go up in value. He passed away. So the sold price was $16,000. Let's go to Heritage. Unfortunately, I couldn't find one with 0.5 and a yellow label, but there's a blue label right here. And this one sold for $21,600 back in June of 2021. And then we have another one sold for $17,400 back in December 2021. And then we have one for $15,600 back in June of 2021. Come number 1 for this week, we have Amazing Fantasy 15, graded CZ 3.0. First appearance on Spider-Man. This one came in 1962. Asking price was $27,000, but that sold for $26,000. So let's go over to Heritage. Okay, we have a 3.0 right here. And this book sold as high as $48,000. So that's a decrease of $22,000. This was back in February 2022. And then we have one, that one sold for $48,000 back in April 2022. And then let's do one more right here. One for $45,600 back in September 2021. Well, thank you for watching. Enjoy the content. Please like, comment, subscribe. And if you get impacted by the snowstorm, stay inside, read your comic books, stay warm. See you next week.